Everyone, this is Madhumati, Assistant Professor, Department of Food Technology, SNS College of Technology. So, in the previous lecture series video, we had seen about the different types of layout. So, in this PPT, the video, let's see the different layout combinations that are being adopted in a dairy, beverage, or the fruit processing or vegetable and the meat and poultry processing industry. So, let's get into the video. So, basically, what are all the core layout principles? That is, what are all the design essentials that are needed for any type of industry that we are going to consider. So, we first criteria that we should look into, there should be a separate personal and material flow has to be separate, and physical barriers and the airlocks should be properly provided, and there should be a positive air pressure in the cleaning zones that are provided in any part of the industry, and there should be a dedicated utilities and drainage system that is properly followed in an industry. And from the processing till the storage and dispatch, that is in between, there should be a high care in the in the place of material handling as well as in the packaging of any any type of industry. So first let's have a look into the dairy industry layout. So first of all, there should be a strict zoning being provided at the raw material, that is the raw milk that is coming into the industry. That is raw material. Actually, based on that, there will be a low risk in raw, but when it is a pasteurized milk, there will be a high risk factors that will affect the processed milk. So there should be a high care at that point, and centralized clean in place lines has to be systemized, and there should be available of the sloped floors and high wastewater handling. And combination layout has to stick on to this type of dairy industry, where milk and all the value added or the fermented products of the milk is being processed. And coming to the beverage industry, here there should be a linear high volume flow, and there should be a positive pressure in filling rooms and parallel filling lines for the pack sizes. There should be a clean steam and HEPA utilities has to be properly provided, because in many beverage processing industry, the handling of the carbon dioxide plays a major role, because during the process of carbonation in any fruit juices, those lines has to be the proper pressure has to be maintained, as well as the parallel filling lines has to be maintained. In fruit and vegetable industry type, there should be a large receiving and the buffer zones has to be provided, and a separate dirty washing areas has to be kept, because in that place we are going to handle with the perishable things, and the waste conveyors to compost and render. So we all know that will be a more waste that is being produced during the processing of the fruit or vegetable. So it has to be properly discarded by the use of conveyors. And then high care zones has to be provided for the fresh cut products, because the raw material is being actually washed, peeled and blanched, and during processing we are going to either freeze it, dry it or can it. Before that we are going to cut or take the pulp or whatever process we are going to handle, it has to be taken much higher care. And next, last industry is the meat and the poultry processing industry. There, since we are going to handle with the meat and the poultry, that is the animal, the strict physical zones, that is the dirty and the clean zones, has to be very strictly followed. Separate raw and the cooked areas, rapid chilling system, and dedicated waste and the handling of the blood has to be taken much care on that. And this is a comparative layout, that is the different types of industry are listed out, and the comparative layout for dominant, key zoning, major flow concern and the unique features. So what it has to be taken care, it is being strictly listed out in this comparative layout testing. So with this a small assessment quiz. These are the few questions